Hey, so I'm going to show you how to install VNC Server. VNC is great because it lets you log into your Raspberry Pi as a remote machine. So if you want to do something remotely, like set up Alexa on your Raspberry Pi, or play Minecraft through your Raspberry Pi, or use it as a NAS that you can access over the internet, or whatever have you, VNC is fantastic. To install VNC Server, you need to make sure your Raspberry Pi is up to date. So sudo apt-get update. You should do that before every install. So I sped that up. The update usually takes about a minute. And now you're going to install two separate things, the server and the viewer. You only need the server if you're going to view your Raspberry Pi's VNC server from other machines. But if you're going to install VNC server on other devices, you'll also want the viewer. So the server is sudo apt-get install realvnc-vnc-server. Cool, that install takes a little while, so I sped up everything through it. Now we're going to install VNC Viewer, which is what you'll use to view another VNC server. If you're not going to spin up a VNC server on a separate Raspberry Pi or a separate machine, you do not need this. But it's handy to have if you've got multiple Raspberry Pis and one ends up being like your node to the master to the rest of the network, or whatever have you. To install VNC Viewer, type sudo apt-get install VNC realvnc-vnc-viewer. All right, the last thing you need to do after installing VNC Server is you need to go to sudo raspi-config, and in the interfacing options, enable VNC. And for all intents and purposes, I recommend restarting your machine. Actually, you don't really need to, but it's a good practice because some things take real well in the first try. Then to spin up VNC Server, you type VNC Server. And the thing you need to look for is this number. This is 192.168.1.208 server 1. You need to know this number to dial your VNC server from any VNC viewer, whether it be the desktop client or whatever have you.